Alx Proverbs Chapter 2. There's a moment, often subtle and sneaky, when you realize something profound. The life you're living now is not the life you want forever. You look around at the same routine, the same limitations, the same paycheck that just never seems to stretch far enough. You realize that something needs to change. But here's the kicker. You don't know how. You've never been rich. You've never been that successful person you see online or in the books. You have no roadmap. No one handed you a map with clear marked paths that tell you how to get from where you are now to where you want to go. The journey to wealth, happiness, and success seems daunting, mysterious, and out of reach. But the key to this whole journey lies in the pursuit of one simple yet powerful thing: growth. Step 1. Acknowledging the gap. The first step in seeking growth is admitting there's a gap. Not just any gap, it's the huge gaping hole that seems to widen every time you look at your bank account or think about your potential. It's the realization that you are not where you want to be, and worse, you don't know how to bridge that gap. It's that uncomfortable feeling that whispers you're capable of more, but how? How do you get there? You can feel the tension building inside. You've been stuck, maybe for years, wondering how to get ahead. But the truth is, that's the first step: realizing there's a gap, recognizing it, and accepting that you don't have all the answers. You've never been rich, so you don't know how to be. You're not alone in this. Many people feel this way, whether they admit it or not. The next step, though, is where things get interesting. Step 2, the decision to seek growth. Once you've acknowledged that there's a gap, the next thing to do is to commit to the idea that growth is the key. You must decide to grow. It's like waking up and realizing you can't just stand in the same spot anymore and expect something to change. Seeking growth is not passive, it's active. It's not a mere wish or fantasy. It's a choice, a decision to commit to growth, even if you don't know the path yet. In those early days of deciding to seek growth, you may feel a bit like an imposter. After all, if you've never been rich, how can you possibly start acting like someone who could be? But this is where the magic happens. By deciding to seek growth, you are already laying the foundation for change. It's about setting your mind on the goal, even if you don't know how to get there. Think of it like deciding to drive to a destination you've never been before. At first, you may have no idea how to get there, but as long as you get in the car, start the engine, and take the first few steps, something incredible starts to happen. You'll learn as you go. The GPS is constantly adjusting to help you find the best route, but you first have to commit to the journey. That's growth in action. Step 3, the challenge of uncertainty. It's easy to say, I'll just seek growth, but once you decide to grow, the real challenge begins. The path is murky, unclear, and filled with obstacles. That's the part most people don't talk about, the discomfort of not knowing. You'll begin reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, and asking questions. But even in the midst of all that new information, there's a lingering uncertainty. How does this apply to me? Will this actually work? How do I make it real? At this stage, growth can feel like a giant leap into the unknown. You might try something like investing in a new skill or taking a risk in your career, only to see it not pay off as quickly as you'd hoped. You might fall flat on your face. You might feel like a failure. But here's something to remember. Growth isn't linear. It's messy, uncomfortable, and full of trial and error. The moment you realize this is when growth begins to take shape. In fact, failure is often one of the best teachers. If you're not failing along the way, it probably means you're not really challenging yourself. In your quest for growth, don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it. It's simply feedback telling you that you're on the right path. As long as you don't give up, failure only moves you closer to success. Step 4, the power of small steps. When you're starting to seek growth, it's tempting to look at those who seem to have it all together. The millionaire entrepreneurs, the business moguls, the influencers who seem to live in an endless cycle of success. But here's the secret: they didn't start out where they are now. They didn't wake up one day with everything figured out. They started by taking small steps. In the early stages of seeking growth, the steps may feel small, too small. You might feel frustrated at how little progress you've made after weeks of hard work, but remember this: success isn't built overnight. It's built over time through the accumulation of small, consistent actions. Every book you read, every new skill you develop, every habit you build is part of the process.